Good evening, people. I hope you're all well. Friday, beginning of the weekend. I hope your week has been good, and I hope your weekend is going to be a blessed one. Now, when you're going through tests and trials and tribulations, right? When you're going through the fire, when you're going through the mill, listen, when you're going through the trenches, there's something that absolutely cripples us, right? There's something that puts us under so much pressure, right? When you're in the eye of the storm, you think something that isn't true. And it is this, right? It's key. It's paramount. It's paramount to you, for you to overcoming what it is that you're going through. And it is this. You think that you're the only one that's going through it, right? You think that you are all alone, right? There's a massive, massive message for you right here, right now. You are not alone, right? No matter what it is that you're going through, no matter what it is that you're experiencing right now, you are not alone, right? I need you to know that there are certain people that have got your back. You're not the only one going through it, right? You're not the only one. You have got people that care about you, that love you. Listen, there are people that are going to be there for you because, again, listen, when you're in the eye of the storm, it blinds you. It blinds you to what is around you, right? It blinds you to what is going on and what you're experiencing, right? You think you're the only one going through it. You think you're the only one that's ever gone through it. But I need to tell you, listen, there are people that are going through it. They've gone through it. And more importantly, there are people that have overcome it, right? So if they can do it, then so can you, because there's nothing special about other people. It's just if you choose to, right? It's if you choose to overcome it, right? It's if you choose to put this situation behind you and overcome, because I need you to know that when other people are going through it, it takes the pressure off of you. And what I want to tell you is for the last couple of days, I've been under pressure. I've been I've been right under the cosh. I've been in the eye of the storm. So listen, I'm in it with you. I'm there. Listen, I'm there with you. Like, people can be forgiven for thinking like, James, listen, like you're a motivator. Listen, you're strong, you're tough, like you're going through all this. No. I'm no exception to the rules. Listen, I'm not exempt from life's trials. Listen, I'm not bulletproof. I'm not bomb-proof. Listen, whatever it is that you're going through, I've gone through as well. I'm going through on a daily basis. Because why? Because we're human. So what you have to understand is I'm there with you. And that's where the ultimate respect comes in. Because what you have to understand is when you look at it from like an army perspective. Now, I love using this because at the end of the day, listen, we're in a war. Listen, we're on a mission. We keep on marching. So at the end of the day, listen, we feel like that we're in a war, right? We feel like that we're on a mission, right? We feel like that we're in an army because we're together. So when you look at the army analogy, soldiers will have the ultimate respect for their sergeant. Why? Not just because he's put all the work in, not just because he's been on other missions. It's because he's right there with them as well, in the same environment, on the same battlefield. And this is what I want you to know. Even though I'm a life coach, right? Even though I'm a motivational speaker, inspirational speaker, even though I change people's lives, listen, I have to change my own as well. Why? Because I have to listen to my own advice. And it has been that case for the past couple of days that I've had to embrace one of my messages where we have to look at the process in which we're in and realize that no matter if we're in the dark, like we've got pressure on us, we feel like we're in the fire and heat is being applied to us, or we feel like we're being cut, that is exactly the same as the process that a diamond goes through to become a diamond. So what I need you to know is I'm right there with you. Listen, the sergeant is there with you. Listen, I need you to know that I'm going through the same stuff. No one is exempt. No one is bulletproof. And when we know that we're not the only one that's going through it, that's when the pressure is automatically taken away. It doesn't take away the problem. It doesn't take away the test. It doesn't take away the trial. It doesn't take away the challenge. But what it does do is it takes away the pressure in which we put ourselves under, because we can be our own worst enemy so many times. And we are in the eye of the storm looking at stuff, erratically. Listen, it's not rational. It's irrational thinking. It's an irrational situation. It's irrational thinking. So what I need you to know is that I'm right there with you, because I've had to listen to my own advice these past couple of days. And how many people that if your friend came to you with a problem, if a family member came to you with a problem, you would literally give them the best advice, right? You would give them the best advice. But then when it comes to yourself, you do not listen. You do not listen. So what I need you to know is if you're in the trenches right now, if you're marching like a soldier, if you feel like you're in a war right now, then I'm right there with you. And that's why I don't just have sympathy for people, which is life changing. What I have is empathy for people, which is life saving. So you look at the army analogy. Every single one of you is your own sergeant, right? You've got the power. You've got the courage. Listen, you've got the bravery. Listen, you've got the skill. You've got the talent to be your own sergeant. But when life gets really hard, you do feel like one of the soldiers, right? You don't want to be out in front leading, right? You want to be one of the soldiers. And each one of them plays their part. Listen, a sergeant that's leading a platoon is only as good as the soldiers which are behind him. And listen, the soldiers are only as good as the sergeant that's leading them, because you need to be careful the influences in which you're under, because people can come on social media giving loads of messages, listen, giving advice and guidance, and they haven't been through the trenches themselves. They haven't been on the mission. They're not marching. They haven't been in the battlefield. They haven't encountered landmines. Listen, they haven't encountered all this stuff. They haven't encountered friendly fire. They haven't been under severe attack. But they will give you all this advice, and it sounds deep and meaningful, but you have to know, you have to be vigilant. You have to show due diligence about the influences in which you're under. And this is what I need you to know. This is what I need you to know, is I'm there with you. I experience life with you. I'm right there. I'm not bulletproof. I'm not bomb-proof. And the past couple of days, I've been under severe pressure as well. But what I have done is looked at it that, listen, this is obviously teaching me something. It wouldn't be given to me if I couldn't overcome it and get through it. So you need to think the same. But also, there are good people around me. So you need to surround yourself with good people, right? You need to surround yourself with the right soldiers, right? You need to be influenced by the right sergeant, if you understand. Because there's too many people playing lip service out there. There's too many people that are just saying stuff because it's deep and meaningful, and they haven't been through the trenches themselves. So when you surround yourself with the right army, right? Listen, an army only has to be small in number in order to accomplish a mission. It's all about quality, not quantity. That's why I like to keep my circle very, very small. And you have to surround yourself with the right soldiers. You have to be led by the right sergeant. And you have a choice on who is an influence in your life. Like, you listen to what you listen to, where you put yourself, who you allow through your front door, who you allow into your personal space. You have to allow the right people in. You have to allow the right soldiers in. And that's when you're going to accomplish a mission, if you understand. Because, like I say, there's too many people out there, too many people that are just playing lip service and just saying stuff because it's deep, meaningful, impacting. Yeah, sounds good. But are you a sergeant? Have you served in missions before? Have you gone through the trenches about what it is you're saying about? Because I will never ever speak about anything that I haven't done myself or haven't experienced myself. That's why it's so powerful. That's why it's so impacting. That's why I have all the feedback in which I do. That's why I have all the testimonies in which I have. And when people are saying to me, listen, because of you, James, I did not commit suicide, then I know that I'm on the right mission, and I know that I'm a good sergeant, if you understand. But I need you to know that even though I'm a sergeant, even though I'm a leader, listen, a motivator needs to be motivated sometimes. An inspirer needs to be inspired sometimes. A sergeant needs to be a soldier sometimes. So I need you to know that I'm there with you. And the past couple of days, I've had to listen to my own advice. So not only are you a potential sergeant, you're your own sergeant, you need to listen to your own advice as well. But also listen, if you just want to be a soldier, right? And listen, because you're in the mission, listen to the right sergeant. Be influenced by the right sergeant. Be influenced by a sergeant that has got the battle credentials, the battle scars, that has been in all these different missions. You need to listen to those kind of people. So take the pressure off of yourselves. You're not in this alone. I'm with you. Other people are with you. Surround yourself with the right soldiers. Be led by the right sergeant. Because I don't want you to be under unnecessary pressure. You're already in the eye of the storm. Don't go putting pressure on yourself as well by thinking to yourself that I'm not going to get through this. How am I ever going to get through this? I'm the only one that's going through it. Woe is me. No. So many more people have done it. Listen, they've been through it. They're going through it, and they've got through it. So there's the light at the end of the tunnel right there, that other people have done it. There's nothing special about them. You have it in you. But just know that you are not alone. There's a sergeant out there that is willing to lead you. There is other soldiers willing to fight with you. And if we all do it together, then the mission will be accomplished. If we all do it together, it's literally going to be a case of we are going to come out the other side as heroes. You're not in this alone. So whatever it is you're going through right now, whatever it is that you're experiencing right now, you need to know that you are not alone, because even the sergeant goes through the same tests and trials, goes through the same trials and traumas, because we are all human. But yet here we are, when we look back at the missions that we've already been through, overcome and conquered, we're still standing. So don't be afraid of the mission that's in front of you. Don't be afraid of the test and trial that's in front of you. We've been through it before. Those trenches hold no fear for us, if you choose to. I know it's daunting, and as my beautiful mum always used to listen to, one of her favourite sayings, listen, there's a lot to think about, but there's nothing to worry about. Lots to think about, nothing to worry about. So I need you to take that worry off straight away, that you're alone, that no one cares, that, listen, you're doing this on your own. No. There are people that are willing to fight with you, and there is a sergeant right here that is willing to lead you, because at the end of the day, this sergeant goes through the same test and the trial. He's on the same mission as you, so you are not alone. So I need you to know that there are people that are willing to fight for you and fight with you, and I am one of them. Blessings.